Gray County's real estate market is continuing to shift, and February's numbers show a very interesting balance starting to form between buyers and sellers. Let's start with what's coming onto the market. In February, we saw 236 new listings hit the market. That's slightly higher than January's 204 new listings and almost identical to February last year when we saw 233 homes come onto the market. So what does this tell us? It tells us that sellers are still confident about entering the market, and we're seeing a steady flow of new inventory as we move towards the spring market. Now, let's look at the numbers of homes actually selling. In February, 69 homes sold in Gray County. That's a small increase from the 62 sales we saw in January, but still lower than the 85 sales at the same time last year. What this means is buyers are still active, but they're being more selective and taking their time before making a decision. One of the biggest indicators of where the market is headed is inventory. At the end of February, Gray County had 11 and a half months of inventory, which is down from the 13 and a half months we had in January. That's still considered a buyer-favored market, but is actually tightening slightly as we move closer to the spring season. Now, let's talk about pricing. The average residential sale price in February was $682,000. That's down from the $729,000 in January and slightly below February last year when the average sale price was $730,000. This doesn't necessarily mean home values are collapsing. It reflects the mix of properties that sold and a market that is adjusting to more balanced conditions. Another key number is how long homes are taking to sell. In February, homes were on the market for 82 days on average. That's longer than the 72 days last month and also longer than the 65 days this time last year. So homes are selling, but they're taking more time, and buyers are carefully evaluating their options. If you're a buyer, this market offers something we haven't seen in a while: choice and negotiating power. There's more inventory available, less competition, and more time to make thoughtful decisions. For sellers, success in this market really comes down to strategy, pricing correctly from the start, preparing your home well, and having strong marketing in place are more important than ever. If you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in Gray County this year, understanding the market is one of the most important steps you can take. The best way to reach me is by emailing me at info@cnskirealty.ca, or you can click the link in the description to get in touch. I'm Karen Cox with C&Ski Realty, and I'll see you again next month.